What's up, y'all? What's up? I'm back. Another video. I wanted to get into the whole Dr. Umar situation about his daughter. If you've been living under a rock, let me bring myself up first. If you've been living under a rock, if you don't know who Dr. Umar is, you should know this. The Prince of Pan Africanism, Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never. In a community, I'm not sure if he's like to us in the recent years, it seems like he's more of an entertainer than the revolutionary, et cetera. But he says a lot of good things and he says some questionable things. But we're not here for all that. We're here because this man has a child, apparently two daughters. One of his daughters decided to come out this week, which I think is pretty dope. But I just want to talk about my opinion, get your opinion, and just like understanding the psyche of a lot of things. And I also really did not like enjoy how he went about responding to the situation as an adult. I do feel like as a parent, you have a responsibility to respond a little more maturely than he did. I think he responded like somebody, like a peer, you know what I'm saying? And, he could be angry, he could have been dealing with this personally. But in the public eye, you got a lot of things you gotta take things a certain way because people will interpret it a certain way. So let's get into a couple of things. This is the initial video that I saw on TikTok. I'm just scrolling on TikTok. I honestly thought at first Shorty was lying. I'm like, "Yo, what's she talking about? Like, who is" you know what I'm saying? But, like, not because I don't believe her, but it was just random because people do shit all the time. But yeah, let's watch. So, this is on Instagram. Excuse that. So, it says, Doctor let me turn my phone down. It says, Dr. Umar's daughter slams him for being a deadbeat. He fires back by calling her a struggle streamer, which is what it was funny, though, but it's kinda crazy to call your daughter a struggle streamer. Um Is the video.
Hey TikTok, so I just wanted to come on here with a small short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts, okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life. It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite. And it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter. But I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. You should never be too busy for your daughter ever in life. So I just wanted to make this video to just try to, I guess, somehow find my sister on my dad's side. So if you see this, please reach out to me. Please DM me because I want to know who you are. Why do I have siblings out there that I don't know about? It's unfair. And deadbeat fathers is very common nowadays, especially in the black community, right? We all know Dr. Umar reps the black community or whatever, but you can't rep that if you're not even in your daughter's life. You moving backwards. You're moving backwards. It's not making sense. To the public, you look like this person, but in private, you a whole nother person. And I'm not bashing you. I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life. No graduations, no parties. When I get married, are you going to be at the wedding? Are you going to walk me down the aisle? Y'all, I have a stepdad who has been in my life since a little girl. He has been in my life. And I thank God for him because my biological father couldn't even do that, y'all. My biological father is not even on my birth certificate because when my
Okay, yeah. So we gonna sum it up there. What this say right here? This is the fact. My daughter is the reason why you message me directly from your cell phone. My cloud, my phone. Text me from your phone. It's a different. Okay, so I'm assuming this is like screenshots of Dr. Umar. But yeah. So I can hear the pain in her in his daughter's voice. I really can. When you craving for that. Excuse me. When you craving for that father figure. Also, she said she had a great stepfather. But that doesn't negate the fact that you want answers as to why your biological father did not step up. Some people really want to know, like, was I not enough? Was I not worth the fight? And as a child, as a young child, she's only 22, so I can't really relate. I did have my father, thank God. A lot of my friends didn't, so I feel privileged and blessed to have that. But she definitely probably wanted some answers, like, yo, like, what's going on, like, and for that to be a thing, like, for her to just speak out like that, sometimes, because a lot of people were saying to her, like, what, first of all, I was on TikTok, a lot of people was like, "We don't believe you," and I'm like, "Well, he said my daughter." He's referring to her as my daughter, so there's no reason to not believe her. So I think sometimes people get in the zone of just not wanting to believe people, and unfortunately, a lot of times it's black women who they don't want to believe, but he's literally saying my daughter. Let me look this up real quick. So Dr. Umar responded. Hold on, let me see real quick. I think it's interesting for sure. So Dr. Umar responded. Let me see if he actually uh responded. He did respond. He ended up responding. Um, it's on this one here. He said, "All right, let's read this here." So I'm gonna let y'all read along with me. I'm gonna pull on my glasses, my focus for these right here. You feel me? These Jones is messed up. But it says, good Garvey day. I don't live in the prison of other people's opinions. I have no interest in discussing nor explaining my private life with any of you as my 15 years as the most relevant and requested scholar, activist, Pan-Africanist in the world has made it clear to me that the Negro public is only interested in laughs at the expense of other people's misery. Neither the coonocracy, which is a new word, nor the YouTubian struggle streamer community couldn't care less about the truth of this situation. With that being said, please ask that little girl to stand on business. Let me try to zoom in for y'all. Let's see. Uh, all right, cool. With that being said, please ask that little girl to stand on business by asking her mother to join in on a three-way conversation about why her father hasn't been present in her life. I have no problem with this conversation being public, but her mother must be present for that conversation. She needs to keep the same energy and bring her mother to the table. I am sure the truth will be revealed if all three of us are present together. I have absolutely nothing to hide, and I still have all of the family court paperwork in case any lies are told. Trying to use your father's name to build your struggle streamer career is so not cool. No more lies told. No more lies. Tell the whole truth. Prince of Pan Africanism, most requested scholar. Let's get back to me. I did not like the part of the struggle streamer, which even if it is true, as a father, as a dad. One second here. Yeah, if I just didn't like that comment because the little girl's crying out for an answer. And as a parent, as even over the years, if you try, which I don't know the story. I don't know what the truth is. There's always two sides of the story. Even if he was trying, you're supposed to keep on trying to at least have a relationship with your children, no matter what the baby mom situation is or the ex girlfriend, or you're supposed to strive, especially when your child is an adult and she claims to have reached out to you. Now it's not under the guise of the mother anymore. It's under the authority of the daughter who has a phone now, who has Instagram, who has all these things. And I can't imagine being the daughter or daughters and seeing your father go around preach a message of uplifting the black community and things like that and not really upholding those standards at home. Now, I'm not saying that that's the truth, but I like Dr. Umar, but I take a lot of our quote black leaders today with a grain of salt because with this new social media age, everything is numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Like they know what's gonna get them numbers. He talks, um, he does interviews, he does skits and stuff like that, and he's having fun. But you gotta take that with a grain of salt. You don't put your stock into somebody. That's how people fall for things like the bull ace metaphor and all that. Like you believe in the people too much. Like you gotta have your own mind. Let me see. So then Dr. Umar came up with he had another post here. I'm gonna bring it up for y'all. Um, right here. Okay. So this one says, anyone with half a brain would have to ask themselves, why all this enemy energy in at this particular time? Simple. It's a status and money grab at the expense of my name. A simple crash out campaign for clout, cash, and a come up. However, that's not my main concern, as I'm sure when the YouTubian struggle streamer community is done exploiting, using, and weaponizing my child against me, they will certainly turn on her as their only loyalty is to the popularity of their platform. And at the same time, when this is no more of a story and there's no more money to be made, maybe then we can finally build a relationship. Ah, it's kind of like he holding it over her head that she did come out and talk about it because he keeps saying he said like when this is over, maybe then we can build a relationship, and that's kind of like a threat. Like this is the time to actually reach out to your child and talk about them cries for help. And then if she do want to YouTube, you should help her out. If it's true that you didn't raise her like she claiming, this might be the time for y'all to connect. I mean, a lot of time is going by, but there's no time better than the present. He continues to say she has no idea what she's doing, nor of the long-term ramifications of this behavior upon her public reputation. My major concern is why her mother is allowing her daughter to expose herself to the public in this way. I have enemies, real enemies, and they come in every class, color, and culture. I am not an entertainer. I'm an activist, which I disagree with. I think he's an entertainer as well. No one should know who Dr. Umar's children are for their own safety. I'm an activist who receives threats against my life regularly. Why hasn't she put a stop to this? She this is me talking. She can't put a stop. That girl's grown now. That child is grown. She can't take her phone away. Why hasn't she put a stop to this? Are you really gonna allow our child to interview with these viciously unscrupulous social media personalities who are old enough to be her parents? What honest answers can she offer as she couldn't dare expose her mother's role in all of this and she doesn't know about enough about me to offer these haters anything of substance, which is also unfortunate because how your daughter don't know nothing about you. All she can offer is clickbait. At this point, I wouldn't want my youngest daughter communicating with her until she starts conducting herself as a young lady. She is not an example. She's not the example of my baby needs to see in an older sister. I can't believe her mother excluded me from her life to only allow my child to become another social media addict. The only thing worse than a parent who plays hide and seek with your child is one who doesn't do a good job at being a parent in the first place. Now, there's a lot of support in this comments, and I like I said, we take these stories with a grain. We don't know the truth, but it also must hurt the oldest daughter to hear him referring to his youngest child or her sister as my baby or the baby and things like that. That brings a sense of abandonment, a sense of rejection. So for me, I just pray that all parties are get some healing. I do think that his daughter is lashing out, and that's what children do when they feel neglected. Because even if the mom did play games or keep Umar, sorry about that, y'all, I'm a little sick. Keep Umar out of her life. The daughter don't care about that shit. She like you my dad. Why you ain't come and get me? Why you ain't come and holler at me? Especially now that I'm grown, come holler at me because it's not her fault if the mom did something stupid like that. You know what I'm saying? But we also don't know the ramifications or the reasons why any of these things were done. So, I'm gonna wrap this up shortly. Let me see if anything else came up about this here, and then yeah, we gonna wrap this up. Make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna be dropping videos constantly. If you don't know me, I have a podcast. My name is Lur. I have a podcast called Late Night with Lur and Lionel. We get into a lot of fun adult topics, and this channel is like my personal channel, but it's like my little side joint type shit. But I'm actually taking it serious over here. But yeah, King Kong consciousness is what he calls himself. But no, I rock with Umar, so it's all entertainment to me. But How would y'all feel? Like, if you was the daughter, are you on Umar's side? Are you on the daughter's side? Are you impartial? Let's talk about it in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and all that type of stuff. Once again, I'm out. Peace.